everyone, and welcome to Room 210 News, your place to find out everything that's going on in our school and in our classroom this week. Just a reminder that this week on Thursday, September the 11th, the third grade students will be taking the BOG. So please make sure that your child is coming to school well rested, with a good breakfast, and ready to show what they know on the BOG. Just a reminder, the BOG is like a baseline assessment, so it tests where students should be by the end of third grade. And so we just kind of want to see where they are, and that also gives us an opportunity to see how much they've grown from the beginning to the end of the school year. So it's kind of just a formality kind of thing. We obviously want them to try their best, but there may be things that are challenging. So be just sure that you're having conversations with your child at home about just trying your best and not being discouraged if they get to something that they're unsure of. This week in the message or the email, you'll find a link to a form that I would like you to fill out. This is a photo release form. It just allows your child to be photographed by the school to be used in the yearbook and for posting pictures on Class Dojo. If you do opt out, just know that we are not allowed to then photograph your child to put out on Class Dojo for the rest of our parents to see. Just a reminder to sign your child's homework contract every night and just check out what's going on each day. There's a column for must-dos and there's a column for may-dos. So make sure that you're completing all the must-dos every night, and then you may optionally complete the may-dos. We went over this last week, but I just want to go over it again. There are 3 main homework assignments in our classroom. Number 1 is the fluency homework, where you time your child for 1 minute reading the fluency passage for the week. And then record that. Your child does get dojo points if they do all 4 days of the fluency homework. Foundation support packet actually came out this past week. It is a optional or it's actually a may do. I can't remember. It's either a must do or a may do. I would highly suggest it though, no matter what column it's in. It's just a great way for you to extend your child's practice of what they're learning in foundations at home. And then finally, our Eureka math books will go home tomorrow. The pages in the book will be lessons that we have covered in class. You will check your child's homework contract for which lesson to complete each night. And then something new this year is we're having you tear it out and then send that back into school to be checked. Up next is looking ahead, where you will hear all the things that are going to happen in the future of our school and in our classroom. Mark your calendars for Thursday, September the 18th, as we are having a curriculum night at school. This is the time for you to come out and learn about what your child is going to learn about this year in third grade. We invite you to come out to our classroom between 6 and 7:30 on Thursday, September the 18th, to learn about all of our curriculum and all the things that are going to happen in our classroom. And then finally, make sure that you have on your calendar the 26th of September, as first 9 weeks progress reports will be coming home. We're also going on a field trip coming up in October, and the permission slip will be coming home this week in your child's folder. We're just trying to get ahead of the game. It's a field trip called Tar Heels Go Walking, where students take a walking tour of historic downtown Wilmington. And so please make sure that you are signing that permission form and returning it to school as soon as possible. There's 2 forms you have to fill out. One is for the school, and then the other one is part of the trip is they tour the Wilmington Fire Department, their headquarters, and you just have to sign a waiver for them to tour the fire department. Up next is Curriculum Corner, where you will hear all the things that your child is going to learn in the classroom this week. Our attendance fact for the week is that research shows that missing 10% of school, or about 18 days in most school districts, including New Hanover County schools, negatively affects a student's academic performance. 10% of our school year, or 18 days, is missing just about 2 days per month, and that is also known as being chronically absent. So please make an effort for your child to come to school every single day unless they are sick or you're having an emergency, as every single day does count. In math this week, we're continuing with Module 1 of our Eureka Math curriculum. This module covers multiplication and division strategies in the factors of 0, 1, 2, 5, and 10. So please check your child's homework contract with your lessons to complete at home this week. And this week we're actually shifting our focus from multiplication into strategies for solving division. In Foundations, we are continuing with Unit 1 this week. This unit covers the review of the digraphs, glued sounds, and the introduction of the trigraph TCH. Students are also learning cursive letters E and H in lowercase and learning how to connect those letters in words. And then finally in reading, we're reading a book called Great White Sharks, and this week students are going to be learning about text features and how to identify them in nonfiction texts and how they help the reader better understand the text that they are reading. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Room 210 News. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me. If not, we'll see you right back here next week for another episode of Room 210 News.